And here with us now is Mary Parker, Director of Legislative Affairs with Ohio Right to Life. Mary, welcome. I know it's called the 2363 Act in reference to the number of abortions daily in the United States. Mary, how likely is House Bill 480 to pass?
So I think that's a question that the legislature will have to answer. It was just recently introduced on November 2nd, so it has yet to be referred to a committee, and it has yet to have any committee hearings.
How closely, Mary, does this bill resemble the Texas law, which we should mention the Supreme Court is now considering?
Exactly. So this law, House Bill 480, which was introduced by Representatives Jenna Powell and Thomas Hall, they took language from the Arkansas Unborn Child Protection Act, which passed earlier this year, and then they also used the same mechanism that is used in the Texas heartbeat law. So it's basically a life at conception bill meets the Texas heartbeat law.
All right, so kind of a conglomeration of some different legislation that's out there. Justices during the oral arguments seem to voice concern with the enforcement component of the Texas law. I know we're kind of jumping out ahead of ourselves here, but Mary, how do you expect the Supreme Court to rule in that case? And do you think Ohio Republicans would amend this proposed legislation based on that court ruling?
Exactly. So there are questions that linger in the background because the Supreme Court has not made a final ruling regarding those two lawsuits that came out of the Texas with the Texas heartbeat law. So those are questions that have yet to be answered. I do believe that the bill will be amended should the Supreme Court rule that private right of action is not a method that can be used to enforce abortion laws. I would also like to add that at the same time, Ohio Right to Life, we are lobbying for the Human Life Protection Act, Senate Bill 123, which also works within the confines of court rulings and federal abortion jurisprudence, so that when the Supreme Court rules that abortion can be regulated by the state, our bill will also go into effect. So I just wanted to clarify that there are two abortion bans in Ohio at the moment. There's House Bill 480, which is more of the Texas-style private right of action, life at conception. Then there's also Senate Bill 123, the Human Life Protection Act, which is commonly called a trigger ban.
Okay, thank you for clarifying that, Mary. The pro-life movement, as you know, aims to protect and honor the dignity of all life, all human life, and aims to end abortion. When you look at this legislation, does something like this, blocking any and all access to abortion, hurt the goal of winning over hearts and minds?
Well, I think here in Ohio, we are focused on helping families. We're focused on helping women in crisis pregnancies to carry those children to term. Here within the state of Ohio, our government gives over $6 million in the budget to help with pregnancy centers. And then pregnancy centers themselves, without any taxpayer dollars, provide about $15 million in aid in our state alone. So here we're saying that abortion is not healthcare. Abortion is not the answer, and we are here to help women and families so that they can raise these children and have good options when in crisis.
All right, Mary Parker with Ohio Right to Life, thank you so much. It's great to have you tonight.
All right, thank you so much.